No, we are so excited you are here. Thank you for spending some time with us, the River family. We are thrilled for what's coming up, though. July 1st is Freedom Fest.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
David Crowder and Austin French in the house.
So, Austin, how did you get them to take your song and name the whole thing after it?
Right?
You know, a lot of bribery.
Was it ever an option to call it Free Milk?
Free Milk Fest?
You know, people thought my song was Freedom Ham for the longest time.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
good.
I just spent a lot of ham, and
So
Wrong one. It was supposed to be this one.
there it is.
So there'll be ham, milk, and honey
Ew.
provided
Yes.
at this event.
Man. It'll be the
Is
best
this in-
festival I've ever
Yeah, this
ate
is-
at. This is gonna be good.
Can we do honey ham at least?
Let's do that.
That'd be okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right, I'm glad for that. They're
I'm
not
I'm
glad.
out of questions. Thanks for coming, guys. I really wanted to get that pun in there. That was
So-
awesome.
Man, all I'm thinking about is being outdoors, and then I think the last thing you want to drink is milk. If you
Oh, yeah.
do some yard work, and you're like, man, you know what? Right now, I'd like some milk. Like,
Yeah.
no, oh,
I've been looking at a lot of protein drinks lately, and a lot of them specifically to just say, this is not milk.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not.
that's the name of the brand, not milk. And I'm like, pretty cool. It's also, I can't believe it's not butter. What is it? Who knows? Don't care. It's not either of those dairy products.
Mhm.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. This is all going to be at a county fair, which is one of the coolest scenes across the country. No, or yes? Because Crowder, you're
no,
shaking.
I'm shaking my head. I'm shaking my head. Like, man, when you say county fair, I'm like, there are corn dogs.
Yes.
I'm just like, I got hungry. We can talk about milk. I don't want milk, but man, yeah, that's the only things I take over the summertime are the nearness of corn dogs. It plays a big part in me saying yes to something. It's like, are there corn dogs though? And they're definitely fried stuff, so I can't wait. They'll fry anything.
Fried Oreos.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't even have to ask him the question. We just said county fair, and they're like, food.
Food.
Yes.
It's like I'm there probably.
My
Let's
day
make it
my
happen.
day is planned.
Crowder, whenever we were on Winter Jam, I guess before the world shut down, my favorite thing was we were on a Q&A together, and someone brought you cotton candy to say.
I mean,
And,
that stuff's like
what?
magic food. That's magic
Yeah.
food. I don't know if it's food, but it's like, I mean, you eat it. And that stuff is
Did you know that you can freeze it?
We learned that recently.
We have an avid fan of
Yep.
of the show that like she freezes her cotton candy to keep it fresh. I'm like, I guess it works. It works for Eggos, but like, why not?
She always has cotton candy handy.
oh my goodness. Always
Like,
have,
it's brilliant.
always have. That sounds like what's the best advice you've ever gotten? Always have cotton candy handy. When you do that,
We
when
lost
you get
power
asked
a few
that
nights
question,
ago.
always have cotton candy handy. And the way you do that is you freeze it. I
Freeze
want to
it.
see that listener's freezer. Like, what else? What else is in there? You got cotton candy in there.
We got the name of your next album, Crowder. Is it Cotton Candy Handy?
Cotton candy. Hey, this is not a lie. So the last album I released is called Milk and Honey, and I'm currently working on a Christmas album, and this is brand new news. Nobody knows this. This is inside info for the
Oh
river.
boy.
We won't tell
Oh, yeah.
anybody.
It's called Milk and Cookies.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let's go.
Hey, I mean, it feels like we're on a Food Network show, so I figured,
Right.
well, I might as well throw this. We're talking about things you can eat, and ingest with cookies are right up there with them.
Man, you
I
need to
freeze them
release-
too. I freeze
You need to
cookies.
release a vinyl that looks like a cookie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you sir, now on my marketing team.
There we go. And you're gonna dye your beard white, right?
Oh
For
yeah.
the whole
Oh.
festivities. You gotta do it.
Oh my goodness, I have not thought about that, but that yes,
It's happening.
yes, I will.
Okay, good.
Amazing.
Austin, what are you doing this Christmas? Anything?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Oh
Since
man,
we're talking about
I'm,
summer
I'm
festivals.
definitely not making a milk and
Christmas.
cookies. I'll eat a lot of milk and cookies.
There you
go.
for sure.
In
And,
support of.
What if
Yeah,
you wrote
in
a song
support
called
of
Christmas
Food
Gloves? Like Christmas shoes, that there's a song about it, Christmas Gloves. Keep people's hands warm. Make it
Come
about
on.
a dad or something. I don't know.
Okay, that's sad.
I don't-
That whole
I got some
song is
ideas.
sad.
So, Austin, question for you. Back to actually what's happening with Freedom Fest. So,
Oh,
when you're doing like a festival show, how is that different from your regular show? If someone's seen you in concert before, like, is there something different that happens because you're outdoors, county fair, festival type of feel? What is that?
Yeah, I lose about 10 pounds on stage.
Perfect.
Wedding. So if you want to see a magic transformation of dry to soaking wet Austin, that usually happens at festivals. Man, I think some of the weirdest things happen in fields and festivals. And so like they're always some of the most memorable shows for us.
Yeah.
And so like, people bring corn dogs to the stage,
Right.
or they're just people are just having a great time. And so you never know what's going to come out of someone's mouth when you like ask the audience to say something to you, So one of my favorite things that ever happened at a festival, and I took a big gulp of water, set it down, and this little boy was like, "Wah, rah, rah, rah." And I was like, "What was that?" And I was like, "Speak up, say it again." He said it like 3 times before someone in my band was like, "Hey, he's asking, is that water bottle wine?" And I'm like, all I could say was, "I don't think Jesus has touched this one yet."
Yeah.
So
That's
but I was like,
Does,
why in the
does
world?
Jesus not usually show up at your sets? Because I feel like
You
that
know-
happens
Wow.
at Crowder shows.
Whoa.
He just doesn't touch my water. He touches my heart usually first,
Crowder, how about you? Differences? Wine drinking? What do you do? I don't know.
Man, I thought we were talking about county fairs. I want to. I want to know that, I want to meet that kid's family,
Yeah. I have some questions myself.
Probably in that bottle is probably, little water bottle, that's probably wine, huh? Yeah, that home life is rough.
One of these
Yeah.
things just doesn't belong here. He
Belong.
always picked the wrong thing.
That's hysterical. Man, I love it, man. You get outside, and the other thing is, since we Austin was mentioning it, I mean, we got sent home from the same tour. It's like all of a sudden, I gotta go home, and like, hey man, we don't need you anymore. I think what they called it was unessential. we were
Oh, ouch.
we got unessential overnight, and I started
That's a no,
trying.
Jesus does not show up to your shows. Got it.
Right, yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Don't need you. No, but man, it's been amazing just to be back together and the outdoor stuff. When you get everybody outside and you're already having a great time, like everybody's already doing the thing. You come to a deal like the fair and you've had a great time with the family, and then we all get together and start singing. Man, I'm telling you, this summer has felt so special. I mean,
Good.
I don't think I ever took what I get to do for granted. When you do what you love, it's really I don't think I ever took it for granted. But man, the richness of this season, getting back together and singing songs that are true, it's the best. And if you're near corn dogs, it's even better. It's the little things. You can't overlook those things. It's like, man, this is magical.
Now you both have been through. Oh wait, there's a little
There's
cameo.
little tiny hands.
Little hands.
Yeah.
It's a small person.
This is
Pause everything.
Hey.
Hi,
sweetie.
cutie.
Oh, she's like, I'm
She's
out of
like,
here.
no.
I don't want
Cute
that.
mini beards.
I'm fixing
She got scared.
Dolly.
Yeah, she got scared of the shrubbery.
Listen, there's only so many things that you can take a time out, interrupt a very important interview to do.
Very
Right.
important.
And this is one of them.
That's right.
You get a
Yeah.
free pass anytime you need to put a baby doll's cap back on.
Right.
Thank you.
Priorities.
Winning.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I applaud you.
Well, I can't. I have to say, I'm a little nervous since the last time you two were on the road together, the world shut down. We have poor precedent. It's like the next breakout comes from Crawford County. Why?
No.
It's just-
Maybe take this show to Michigan
Yeah.
or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Crowder, Austin French is just like too much. It's too much. The whole
is.
universe is like, whoa.
Can't take
It's
it.
like too much in one place at the same time.
So you guys have both been through Central Ohio a handful of times. Oh, she's so cute. I can't even think
Hi,
straight.
girly.
Do you know how to get a Central Ohio crowd going? Do you know what the secret is?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we
Oh,
got
yeah.
We got to hear it.
You gotta say OH, baby.
Oh,
There
let's
it is.
go.
You only need to know how to spell half of Ohio.
Yeah.
It doesn't go to like Mississippi or
It's
something
a
like that.
really low
Miss.
standard. That's great. Honestly,
That
I
is
thought
hilarious.
someone told me that, but my first time I ever played in Ohio, they were like, "Listen, if you want to just get everybody on your side, yes, it
It's
is."
your
Mom."
bracelet.
It's
But
beautiful.
they were like, "Go up there and just scream OH and see what happens."
Oh
I
yeah.
thought they were pulling my leg. So
No, that's real. That is real. She stole the show.
She did.
Yeah.
We can't
Yeah,
stop
for real.
watching.
No
Mhm.
one's not watching that right now.
Now,
you know?
Crowder, I have a question for you.
Okay.
You sing a lot and your throat gets a little sore.
Swollen
no.
at times, maybe.
No. You're not doing that.
Not here. There's got to be a secret,
That's a secret for another
an
time
unknown secret that people.
that you've never
was-
shared in front of a
Hey,
large
that was
audience.
between us. Man. Nobody needs to hear this.
All right, all right. You know what? We'll leave that as a trade secret.
All right.
That's okay. We'll tell them when we're done.
Yeah.
We'll just let everybody know.
You deny.
Like, I don't know what they're talking about. That
That's
sounds
right.
disgusting.
That's
You
right.
just have to be
I would
prepared.
never do that. I would never.
Prep.
Yeah, that's the thing. The thing with the beard, you know, like
Preparation.
I can hide it. So Austin, I'll tell it quickly. So Austin, here's the thing. I was on this Milk and Honey tour, and we had like 11 dates in a row, and it was rough. And you know, your voice starts getting a little taxed. And so I went on the internet, and I've heard all of the remedies. You know, when you're around Mad Diesel, you're like, how do you sing like an angel all the time? You know, and you listen to her. She's like, I just sing like an angel. I'm born this way. I'm like, oh well.
That's not helpful.
You know? But you know, there's the teas, there's the stuff. You know, I'm drinking that, you know, throat coat stuff. You know, putting the honey in the stuff, and you know, I'm like, man, this none of it feels like it does anything. It just makes you. I think it's psychological too. You know, and then I'm reading this lady, and she's an opera singer coach from New York City, and that sounds important. And I'm like, I listen to her. You know, whatever she says, she knows. And she's like, man, if you need to sing for like the president on like, you know, a night like a gala is happening, I'm like, well, I've never been in that position. But she's like, hey, you can go get that steroid shot, you know, and then it'll take care of it for one day, but then the next couple of days it's gonna be worse. I'm like, oh, I've been there. I know. I believe you. It ain't the remedy. That's not what we're looking for. I need something that works tonight and tomorrow and the next day. Anyway, reading on down to the article, she says preparation H is yeah. I see your face. You're like, no, it's not. Yeah. But
That
here's
makes
the
me
deal.
so
It's
happy.
not. No, you don't put it in your tea or anything like that. You apply it. You apply it to the, you know, right up on the top of your larynx. And I'm like, this ain't gonna work. And so it's an embarrassing thing to go have somebody get you on a tour. You know, most of the time you hit up your tour manager, be like, hey man, can you go get me some preparation? I'm like, I can't do that.
It's got to be name brand. Can't go store brand
This
on
is
that.
no lie. I hit up Uber Eats. So I'm on that little Walgreens still.
no.
And yeah. So, you know, first thing I did is I stacked my cart. You know, I put everything, you know, like, oh, I need some potato chips. I'm trying to hide it, you know, like as if this isn't going to jump out at you, you know, like, oh, didn't even notice the preparation H because you ordered so many other things that seem like reasonable and normal and like not preparation H. And I realized immediately that's not a smoke screen. You can see right through it, you know. So I just delete everything from the cart, and I just have preparation H in the cart, and I hit go. And then I'm on the side of the street waiting on my Uber Eats driver to show up and give me one bag that has preparation H in it to put on my throat. And the dude rolls up, and it's this elderly Asian man, and he rolls the window down of the passenger side, reaches across, and hands me the bag, looks me in the eye, and goes, just laughed at me. And he drove off. I'm like, no, man, it's for my throat. It's for my throat. It's for my throat. Yeah. It made it no better. Yeah. And then I got in the bus, and I told everybody. I told my band, and then I said, you just put it on the outside of the deal, and sure enough, it works. It'll last about an hour and a half. It'll blow your mind, man. It takes down. Turns out it takes down the inflammation, just like it says on the package. Yeah.
Crazy.
July 1st. Can I borrow your preparation H?
It's just science. Yeah. I'll bring it with me. I'll have it at the county fair. We'll do corn dogs and
We may need it for a couple things, but
Depending on the
Dogs in
corn dogs.
preparation age.
Yeah.
Depending on the corn
You're
dogs.
not going to be whistling Dixie. Oh man. I
I
think
told
we
Toby
have-
I was on tour with Toby Mac, and I told him about we had a run of shows, and I was telling him like, hey man, now this is gonna sound weird, and you know I'm being a little vulnerable here with our relation, but what you need to do is apply. And so preparation. He's like, there's no way I'm doing that. Like, you're lying to me. That is not true. He didn't believe me at all. Finally, he cracked and he did it. And he goes, man, here's the thing though. Big difference between this, you know, your beard hides your neck.
Mhm.
He says all day long I walked around with this shiny neck.
No.
Everybody's like, why is your neck sweating, man?
Yeah,
your
why are you
neck
wearing a
all this
scarf and it's 93
Oh,
degrees? What's going on?
that's amazing.
Oh man,
I
he
think
borrowed
we-
King of Country's ascot. That's what he did.
Yeah, there we go.
I think we have sufficiently taken your time and your trade secrets.
And
Yeah.
your pride.
and-
We've also taken your pride.
I tell you what,
Well done.
guys,
well
thank you
done.
so much for joining us. We cannot wait to see you
Yeah.
July 1st, Freedom Fest. It's going to be stories. I cannot wait for the stories
It's gonna be
afterwards.
a very tight day. Very, very tight day.
Yeah, the
Right.
schedule.
Right, exactly.
Schedule.
In terms
Yeah.
of time. Time. So,
Hey, thank you guys too, and we'll see you soon, man. It's gonna be
All
a
right.
blast.
you
Good to
got
see
it.
you, Austin.
Good to see you, buddy. See you soon.
All right,
Appreciate you
See
guys.
ya.
Bye,
Have a great
guys.
day.